Jules for 9211 coming at you with another video. This video specifically for Adele. He's asking about Master Duel, and I thought I'd rather just make a video to cover it real quick because there's a lot of things to say. So as people already know, it's been maybe like 2 months and a half, something like that, that I haven't played Master Duel. The reason why people already know. The main thing what I do is I coach people on local tournaments to win first place, and then also YCS regionals, and if they do nationals. So that's mainly what I do. Also, at the same time, I buy and sell cards, and if you notice, everything I'm talking about is just TCG related, because that's where I do everything. On Master Duel, I really don't make any money or do anything. So technically, because you have to remember, I'm an adult. So to me, like things that don't provide anything back, especially in income, they're considered to me um, just vanity. Um, Maybe if I was little, and I had parents that would pay my mortgage and my insurance and all that, my home, and the expenses can become expensive monthly. No, I'm not complaining at all. Far from it. I'm just telling you, I am an adult. I own my own home, my own cars. So for that reason, I can't be like when I was younger, that I would just travel. And all of my checks, I had zero bills. So because of that, I can't do that anymore. Unfortunately. So when I do stop at the locals, like for my last 2 years, all I do is just buy and sell cards. I will play a duel or two here and there, but I won't sign up to pay officially or travel with YCS with my group of friends. So what I usually do, I go online or they'll come to my house and we'll be dueling. This is something I already covered before. So why do I bring that up? Because people do ask me about Master Duel a lot, and the only reason why I went into Master Duel was to help. I think there was like 15 people that needed help on my specific channel, so I ended up joining, and I made it. I think I did a 15. I showed it on my channel. It was like a 15 or 16 win streak consecutively, from gold to platinum, tier 3, undefeated. And in some of those duels, I actually played against um, tier tier one platinum before diamond existed, and none of those decks stood a chance against me. Like they were all just surrendering or losing connection as always as usual. And I was the original teacher of Z Holy and so many other successful Master Duel. So after I seen his success, I just told him, you're gonna take over that. I'm leaving because I want to go to TCG. So I don't really have that much interest, but I know everything on Master Duel because thanks to the subscribers that got me into it, I know how it works. So basically, just about anybody can make it to go tier 5. How do I know? Because for the majority of the people that I train, nobody has issues making it there. It's whenever you go past that it changes. You have to have a really good deck. So um, uh, what happens, like people that don't know, you don't need to have that much of a good deck, to be honest with you. I'm going to tell you something that might hurt your feelings, but in reality, just about any trash deck can make it into platinum tier 5, believe me. Because I've dueled some people and they have completely trash decks, like they don't even stand a chance, and they still make it. So the reason for that is the ratio. So the percentage is you can, as long as you win two, you can lose one. So it's 60% win rate. That in the real world is considered trash. In some colleges, that's even 70%. 10% more would still be considered failure in some college campuses. So it is super trash deck. And a lot of those people are making it to diamond because remember, uh, I'm giving you, um, what is it called? Um, it escapes my mind, but it's called the recipe. I'm giving it to you. It's 2 wins to 1 loss. So in my book, that's a trash deck. Now, um, talking about how do you get past that. You have to get a bit more consistent deck when you're going to the platinum and diamond. You can't have any dead cards. Like there's no argument. You can't argue. If you want to argue, you'll never even make it. So you're just wasting your time. So the way it works is we're looking at Adil's what's it called? Adil's build. So he had a format and he noticed he can't get past gold tier one. So here's the answer. So to be honest with you, the maxis only start working once you go to platinum because everyone special summons like crazy. Okay, so I recommend you cut the maxis, cut both of them. You might want to add another apprentice illusion magician. That's gonna leave your monsters at 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, at 16. It would leave it at 16. And you're wondering, like, well, wait a minute, didn't you say cut the two maxis? Yeah, you'll be at 15. And with the second, what's it called? The second apprentice illusion, I'm sorry, the third, you would have one beacon spot to add another monster. So at that point, because you don't have Dragoon, I would strongly suggest that you go for the third copy of Alistair. If you don't want to do the Alistair, you can do the third copy of what's this called? Rod. So you have to leave it up to a coin toss. Do you want 3 rods or 3 Alistair the Invoker? To be honest with you, I've already tested the deck. Like you don't need someone to tell you because I've already been there, like thousands and thousands of duels. And I also shared some of my profile. And what people don't know is they give me feedback, so I alter the deck as needed. So it's like I've said this before. It's like Naruto on and the Naruto Shippuden. He makes clones, and then they all go train, and then they all get the same feedback. So that's basically what we're doing. So yeah, you want to cut the 2 maxis, and you're gonna want to add at least 1 rod or 1 Alistair. That's totally up to you. Then after that, um, the what is it called? Mahad. Mahad. People will argue and say, "Oh yeah, he's the best card." Blah blah blah. Honestly, all of the people that I trained, they made it to diamond. Well, the majority of them in platinum one, none of them played Mahad. So you're gonna want to cut Mahad. So the deck's gonna be somewhere around 15. After that, you notice no more of the cards are dead. Because it doesn't matter if your opponent summons a lot or not. None of those things will matter anymore. That card will no longer be a brick, so you can forget about that. And then the way you do it is when they play Max C on you, you can use Called by the Grave. You can play 2 if you really need it. A lot of people play 2, so that's what I'm saying. If you want, play 1, but I would recommend playing 2, so you can get rid of them. So then the other card that you're gonna want to add, remove is Ayatamayas. Ayatamayas, when you get to platinum, it's a hyper dead card. The real reason why people get out of platinum, like you get kicked out because you lose so many, is because of Ayatamayas. So I've told people the trick and the technique. Every time you lose, you have to take a pen and a paper and write down what cards are in the field and in your hand. And what you're gonna notice is Ayatamayas is always involved because it doesn't do anything. Not when you're going to the higher ranks. Um, Everything else is fine. Then we're gonna take a look at the other one. Magic Life Fusion is another card that is usually dead. A lot of people will tell you like, "Oh no, you need it to go platinum." I did, and I was winning somewhere around 4 duels and losing one. So believe me, I was about to go platinum one, but I don't really care about Master Duel. Like I said, at that point, I just updated it and I showed. And if you doubt what I'm saying, go to my channel and I purposely showed the tiers of the decks I was playing, and most of them they said platinum one, and guess what? They didn't stand the chance, and they were summoning like crazy, and they really didn't do anything to me. So just remember in your head the ratio: you have to win 2 to lose 1. That's the bottom of the barrel uh, the cheapest. Uh, that's like just a garbage deck, but you're still gonna win. Like get that through your head. Like even my version was doing, like I said, as a point 15 wins in a row, no loss, and then I would average somewhere around 5 wins to one loss. So that's definitely a diamond style. Um, so yeah, Magicalized Fusion. Um, it can be played, but if you draw it in your first hand, it's a dead card. You can argue and say no, but believe me, it's a dead card. So you're gonna want to cut Magicalized Fusion unless 100% of the time you're using it and winning, and you're gonna find out it's a lie. So chicken game, if you could get one, if you don't want to pay for the points, then don't do it. Just play the meltdown. Um, and then Salvation's fine, and then the other one, I can't read what it is, but whatever it is, just make sure that it works. And I know the other one's the Magician's Right Hand. So Magician's Right Hand can't be played unless you're playing Restage, which you already entered. Restage has a power play. It's like a tier 0 style. So what it is you play Magician Souls. So you're gonna dump the Dark Magician in the graveyard, and then you're gonna special summon the Dark Magician, and then do whatever you're gonna do. If nothing gets negated at the very end, you trigger restage, and then you special summon Magician Souls, and then you use the effect to discard. Your opponent is gonna Ash Blossom it or try to do something, and it's not gonna work because when those cards go to the graveyard, they trigger in the graveyard, and it'll get you the right hand anyways. And then on top of that, you should already have the Soul Servants and the Spellbook Engine, and there's a bunch of more cards. So the secret is more than 90% of your deck has to be either search or draw. Everything else you gotta get rid of it. That's the secret, and that's what I taught Holy. That's why everybody's scared of him. Nobody wants to play against him because I taught him that. It's on the last video. I know nobody's going to watch the classes, but the joke is on all you guys because I'm gonna delete all that once this in 2 weeks. I'm gonna delete it. No more school, no more classes. I'm not gonna teach anyone. I could do personal teaching, but I'm not no longer gonna have any of that content. The people who became masters, that was my goal. Everything else, it doesn't matter to me. And it's not that I don't care about people, but I'm just letting you know, like, you guys had your opportunity. You either ate what was in the fridge for free, and if you didn't, well, that's not my it's not gonna be my fault. So um, yeah, it's just a sequence. Everything has to either search or draw. If it doesn't search or draw, it better win the game, and if it doesn't, it needs to be kicked out. Um, and then after that, you get Holy. If you don't believe me, go to my channel, go to the master classes, or even on the Discord, click on the last two, and you'll see Holy's comments are on there. He's asking me a lot of questions. Um, and there's about 6 other famous YouTubers, and it was the same thing. So moving along, the super polymerization, you don't need 2, because then once you have 2 or 3, that means super poly is winning. Your deck is trash, and that's not good. Super poly is there to help, not to like carry the whole deck. Your deck's gotta be good. Then the Soul Servants, you should already know how to utilize it. You only use them if you can make something live, like the circle. You don't need 3 circle. One's enough. Take it from me. There is no other YouTuber that exists that can get rid of all the brand new YCS first place, especially the nationals. Only I can, and I only use 1 circle. So 3 is overkill. That's why you break. If you have a circle and you have more in your hand, they're useless. So the 1 circle, and you're gonna want to target the Soul Servant to make it always live, and you're gonna want to be drawing those 2 cards. Skill drains practically gonna block everyone, and your main thing is to do the circle eternal. Once skill drains on the board, Dark Magician is the strongest monster in play, and even if they have a 3000 hitter, you can hit them with circle or boost with the princess. That's what you're gonna start playing 3. So Dark Magician is gonna be winning a lot. In what is the other card? The Imperial Custom. Basically, no one's gonna be touching your skill drain. So as soon as it's there, it's staying. You're the only one that's gonna be able to deactivate them. With Magician Soul Special, activate effect cost sent to the graveyard, and then activate your effects again. So you activate them and you deactivate them. You're in control. Um, and like I said, Imperial Custom protects all of the continuous traps. So whatever you play, they're not gonna go bye bye. Your opponent is gonna use all his cards and it's for nothing. You're gonna burn them. Feather, Lightning Storm, I don't care. You just trigger Imperial Custom, boom, it's burned. They just burn their card. Your cards stay. Eternal Soul, you should already know how it works. You don't want to play Eternal Soul. Never reveal Eternal Soul to your opponent because he's going to try to pop it. Eternal Soul is chained as a defense move once they attack. Don't try to activate it at the beginning. That's why people hate it because no one knows how to play it. Have you ever noticed no one teaches you how to play Eternal Soul? That's because nobody knows how to play it. I'm the only person that teaches you guys. So Eternal Soul is not revealed. It's only triggered as a defense response. If you don't believe me, go and watch the video I posted. It was like 4 days ago. I dueled an undefeated deck. The guy had more than 20 duels undefeated, and he beat my deck, right? But then at the last minute, I just drew into like a power draw chain, and I capped this whole field and got him out. And he did two OTKs on me. But remember what I did? I triggered the Eternal. He didn't even see it. And then I brought the Dark Magician into the field. That's what I'm trying to teach you guys. Don't reveal your cards. Everything's supposed to be as a response. That's why I win when everybody loses. That's why people have so much trouble because they don't know how to play the cards. Once you play the cards the correctly, like I do, then everybody's gonna be worthless to you. They're just gonna be boring. The last one is there can only be one. There can only be one as a YCS format. Everyone plays three, top 30 and under. All the people couldn't go past those because it kills all the decks. You name it. Flunders, YCS, gone. Just name them, all of them. Tri Brigade, gone. Like people are like, I beat Tri Brigade, I beat Flunders. No, with this card by itself will smoke them. Dark Magician, dead. There's just so many cards that exist that you're just gonna be able to get rid of like nothing. They won't stand a chance, I guarantee you. 100%. Eldritch, everything. Eldritch, you'll only be able to bring one. That's it. He's frozen. If they can't pop it and you're gonna be playing Imperial Custom, they're not gonna make it. Nobody does. If you doubt it, go watch my videos. That's what I was doing. There was a guy who had like 30 wins in a row. I uploaded it and I told you guys, and you saw he was nasty. I still kept him. So there can only be one has a sequence. So basically, you can only have one spellcaster at a time. So at that point, the deck switches to there can only be one combo. You have to be linking from your extra deck, and you're gonna have to search for the circle. So you're gonna be linking, banishing, and if you can't link anymore, then trigger the effect of Rod. Pop Dark Magician, banish. They can only have one monster at a time. So you're gonna banish it. The field is open. Just attack and OTK them. The rest of your whole deck is gonna be playing too. Don't forget about the rest of your cards. You're gonna be drawing. That's the secret to the way that I play. Like I either beat you with Dark Magician, or I beat you with the combo, and then I'll fuse them, and then I'll bring fusions. Like it's too much to handle. So also there's another way to enter Dragon Knight. So the way you do it is you're supposed to use Secret together with either Inmuk, or you're supposed to use Whelp. Whelp is a two link monster, and when you link it, he comes out. You need a Dark Mission in the field or in your hand, because remember, Imduk doesn't work like that because you link him and he goes to the graveyard, right? So you have to wait to bring him back. You don't have to do that no more. One rod plus one apprentice equals Dragon Knight. I've taught you guys this many times. Don't forget it. So you discard with Apprentice, draw Dark Magician, normal Rod, Secrets. Then you're already normal, then special, right? One Apprentice, one Rod. So you just link Whelp. There you go. Dragon, chain to Secrets, Dragon Knight. If you had Dragoon, you would just enter Dragoon. But since you have Dragon Knight, enter Dragon Knight. It's gonna be broken. You guys gotta get used to that combo. First turn. You know how they told you no Anaconda? They're lying to you. Dark Nation became way more powerful now. Obviously, in the Master Duel, you have Anaconda, but you don't have Dragoon. So, yeah. So you gotta work on your extra deck. The extra deck has to work together with the deck. So, because that you're gonna need the Crawley engine, which is the spellbook engine. Um, you're gonna need the Celine because you're gonna have to be bringing your spellcasters back onto the board. And then since you have three apprentice, you're gonna wanna bring Naruto to negate in case you special summon two of them. The Veil, very important because any spellcaster you need, even if they pop your Eternal, which more likely will happen, you could just Veil. Brick Hands no longer existence because Veil. When you're playing Apprentice Illusion, you don't have to play Veil to special to pay 1,000. Just discard Veil and it'll summon it. Um, yeah, and then at sometimes you can try to OTK with the Apprentice, with the Rod or Dark Magician. I mean, you can make Dark Magician. What is it? 2, 4, 6. So you can make them 8,000. You can OTK with Dark Magician. Um, yeah, so the deck becomes real broken. So that's the way you play it. Basically, write down on a notebook. If it doesn't search or draw, you don't need it. And if you're gonna argue and say you do, then that card has to win. And you know what you're gonna notice? You're lying. The card that you want doesn't win. So you need to cut it. It needs to leave. And that's how you enter platinum, and that's how you go platinum one and diamond one. Um, so yeah, so if you have any questions besides that, let me know. I try to recap it extremely fast. So your deck's almost complete. It kind of looks complete. And that's pretty much it. Remember for the Alistair, now that you have the two meltdowns, that's gonna be searching for the two that you have. So you don't need another Alistair. You might just need a Rod because the Alistair searched the I'm sorry, the meltdown searched the Alistair, so that counts like having four. So just put one Rod and leave the two meltdown. That should be a 40 card deck. Play it like that and see for yourself. You're gonna have to get used to playing it. You're gonna have to be uploading the videos to your channel so I can go see and I'll tell you the misplay so I can teach you how to play. And then once you get broken, guarantee you're gonna have platinum one. You're gonna be happy. All the decks that you struggle with, they're gonna turn into trash now. So there is a sign if you want to know you're broken, like your deck's broken. They have to be either surrendering or losing connection, like they do to me. They just run away. So with that having been said, guys, dark magic attack.